Hello and welcome to the 5 Minute Movie Club, where I take about 300 seconds of your time and take you through the best of film and TV. Today we're delving into one of the industry's least competitive accolades, the best video game movie. With so many embarrassing failures in the can, which video game adaptations are worthy of the original source? Here are 5 films you wouldn't describe as awful. I never thought I'd see Ken Watanabe stroke a snubble, but in 2019 it came in the form of Detective Pikachu, a movie whose charm and nostalgia exceeded my expectations. Those expectations hit rock bottom when I heard this.
No battles, no trainers, no Pokeballs.
But rather than take everything good away from Pokemon, the movie has enough references to the games it's based on to wistfully take Poke fans back to their childhood. Ryan Reynolds' typically withering, dry delivery as the voice of Pikachu carries a script that's full of laughs but low on intriguing plot. Plus, we only get one. Despite some uninspiring action set pieces, Detective Pikachu has enough fun, star quality, yes that is Bill Nye, and nods to the Pokemon universe to make it more than worthy of your time. There are some solid performances from a young cast too in what must be challenging circumstances, acting with CGI created creatures. In what could be the definition of damning with faint praise, it might even be the best video game movie adaptation ever.
Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me.
Sonic the Hedgehog isn't even that good, but that's the level we're talking here. Something that is just adequate is more than capable of making it onto this list. In fairness to the movie, it looked doomed when everyone shrieked in horror at the teethy first attempt at the blue hedgehog. But after listening to audience feedback, the updated Sonic looks much more like his video game counterpart and fits nicely into an enjoyable 90-minute movie. The plot is basically just Sonic trying to escape the clutches of Dr. Robotnik, played by Jim Carrey. I'm sort of on the fence about his typically oddball performance. At times it lands.
Are you in charge here?
Yes, I am. Wrong. I'm in charge.
But it does just seem like the director went, Jim, you know that thing you do? Just do that. Sonic the Hedgehog is let down by a dull plot and some cringy dialogue.
You never had a doubt, huh?
No.
Plus it won't do much for fans of the original games, but it's easy, simple fun with some great cultural references and musical choices. You know what? I enjoyed it. Sadly, that is good enough to make you one of the best video game adaptations ever. This is Lara Croft, but not as you know her. In 2018's Tomb Raider reboot, Lara is transformed into a street-fighting, arrow-wielding action hero who shows the men how it's done. Alicia Vikander's Croft is a better representation of the 21st century than Angelina Jolie's over-sexualised and caperish version, and she's certainly the standout in an otherwise mediocre movie. A loose tie to the 2013 reboot of the games, Croft sets out in search of the tomb of Himiko, haunted by the death of her father 7 years ago. Dominic West and Kristen Scott Thomas offer ample support, but Vikander's wholehearted performance carries a movie that again is bogged down by boring plot and poor dialogue that even Nick Frost can't rescue.
Stop struggling.
Yeah, stop struggling while I murder you. There's a few facepalm moments like that. Just take this guy who conveniently forgets to load his gun when he has Lara in his sight. It might sound like I didn't like Tomb Raider, but again, it's all good fun. Some of the set pieces are nice and it doesn't outstay its welcome. If you're a fan of the new games, which I personally am, then I think you'll enjoy the movie too. We're on to movie number 4, and to be honest, we're already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Resident Evil makes it in based purely on my memory of watching this as a 12-year-old who would brown his pants at the CBBC show Jeopardy, never mind this fully fledged adult horror. In Resident Evil, Mila Jovovich, a poor man's Hugh Jackman, Tim Henman, that bloke off the Brosnan Bond movies, and Sally from Peep Show all bid to escape an underground facility overrun by zombies. Whilst Resident Evil isn't scary to anyone but a whimpering teenager, it does have some nice performances from Jovovich and Michelle Rodriguez. It's more of an action film than a horror, an element which no doubt frustrated fans of the best survival horror video game series on which it's based. Sadly, it's let down again by poor writing, with some truly cringeworthy moments in store.
Can't do this.
Given it spawned no less than 5 sequels, Resident Evil obviously did something right. Perhaps the sheer paucity of good video game adaptations helped pad this franchise out over the next 14 years. Okay, so I felt no journey through the back catalogue of video game movies would be complete without adding in at least one stinker. For me, Mortal Kombat's tidal wave of cheese means we can file it under so bad it's good and include it here. There's no plot, so basically a load of Mortal Kombat favourites all rock up to an island and have a big brawl. For fans of the game, the sight of so many of your favourite characters will no doubt be a treat. For the rest of us, we get some truly awful acting, some pretty Windows 95 CGI, and possibly the best range of grunting ever seen in movies. Look, Mortal Kombat is bad. Really bad. But if you want to see your favourite beat 'em up characters square up against one another for reasons I can't even remember, then it's worth spending 90 minutes of your life on. For the love of God, just don't go anywhere near the sequel. Plus, in what other top 5 will I ever place 2 Paul W.S. Anderson movies? Enjoy it, Paul. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and subscribe for more from the 5 Minute Movie Club. It really helps us out. See you later.